Hi, I'm Lisa Greenfield with Truthinhand, and it's time for your daily tarot. This is the week of February 20th through the 26th, and we wrap up the week with a solar eclipse that is a whopper. 7 or 8 planets, or including asteroids, are in Pisces, so wow. All right, but before I go there, do know that if you would like more, visit me at truthinhand.com, where there's a free online sample of the map of you in your hands, along with my tips on tarot and astrology, to share some of my favorite tools for you for whatever's going on in your life. All right, ready to get into the week because we have a lot going on. Our card of the week is too funny, 9 of Arrows, which in this deck is the dedication card, but in many traditional tarot decks, it's the needless worry card. 9 is the master number. Which is the swords. Or arrows, is always about our mind. So this is mastering your mind, mastering the fears, really teaching yourself how to navigate that story. And trust me, with the expansiveness of this week, the fears will come up because fear always guards power. So whenever you're going to expand, fear comes up to, help you navigate the unknown and try and recognize patterns and keep you safe. So this week is all about using your mind for that, pattern recognition, rather than scaring yourself silly with the worst case scenario. Ready to roll? Monday, we've got the 8 of Stones. Now, what you put out there comes back to you with 8s, and stones are very practical. So you're going to have some payoff today for some steady progress forward that you've been making, learning, and actions. And this is also with both Mercury and the Moon in conjunction with Uranus. You're getting lightning bolts of, these aha moments that are lighting you up so that you can take in the information with a bigger sense of yourself, a more loving and supportive sense of yourself, and a strong sense of yourself, so that you can understand how you want to navigate with this new information. And we move into Tuesday, and we've got the 8 of Vessels. Now, this is the second 8 in a row. We've got Mercury trine Jupiter today. So that's dialing up how we see things and how we understand things. And we've got the sun semi-square the nodes. So with the second 8, this is very much about a development not expected. And this is cosmic, or I should say karmic, with the nodes involved. So it's really an adjustment to a refining and a fine-tuning of what's going on by leaving old habits behind. That 8 of Vessels is very much about, a rebirth. So a fresh start, let go, an adjustment and a refinement will pay off in a development that you didn't expect. And that leads into Wednesday, and we've got the Great Bear. Now, Pluto is square Mars today. You simply cannot repeat the old without suffering. And that's the theme of this week, to release the suffering. Pain we'll have, but suffering we drag around forever. So today it's very much watch out with Mars square Pluto. Power struggles are always a possibility. But what you want to realize is the power struggle is really within you. To acknowledge the great strength that you have, that you are your own authority, that you are your own highest authority. And from there, you impact the world around you very powerfully. So breathe into that and find your way through. Let your actions reveal, some of the hidden stuff. Bring compassion to it, but you don't have to repeat the old. You can do it a new way. Okay? And we move into Thursday, and we've got the Aquarius moon today, Mercury sextile Saturn, with the 5 of Stones. Now, this card is the compromise card, not my favorite word. I prefer collaboration. So I tend to think of this more as the scarcity mentality, where you think you have to give something up in order to get something else. And it's also one of those where you can feel like quitting when you're almost at the finish line because it feels like it's taken forever to get there. And anytime Saturn's involved, you can see that timing is actually on your side if you stop and look. So when the 5 of Stones kicks in, some of that scarcity mentality or some of that poor me mentality, I want you to see how far you've come instead of what you still don't have. All right, really let yourself sink into that moment. And it's, it's called the endurance card in this deck, and that's a good one. Don't quit. You're almost at the finish line. And I've got good news, because on Friday, hello, the 5 becomes a 10. With the help of other people, mutual interdependence is a good theme this week. If the 5 becomes the 10 of stones, which is home, that place inside of you which you trust. You trust yourself. You trust your way in the world. You trust that, okay, stuff comes up and you can deal with it. And, it's a very solid, centered, powerful place to be. That shelter within you. Because once you are always and forever the master of your internal weather. You're the captain. All right. So once you realize that, the world is your oyster, even on a rough day. Okay. And we move into 7, and we can exhale a little with that. The 7 of stones, which is the healing card, which I love for this. The feminine, the green woman is sitting over the masculine, sitting. Okay, this is still. Saturday is a good day to be still. You've got Moon sextile Saturn. Let it all land. This has been intense, and we're rolling into an eclipse on Sunday. That lunar eclipse with 7 planets lit up the skies. Now we've got the solar eclipse with 7 planets in Pisces, and it's just like, whoa. All right, so still on Saturday, quiet, healing. The masculine is laid out. That means don't do too much. This is not about doing on Saturday. This is about resting. This is about healing. This is about letting it all land. Because we move into Sunday and we've got work to do. It's the 4 of vessels. Now, anytime you've got the 4, you're putting things on a firm foundation, 4 corners. The vessels are your heart. And we've got a solar eclipse with such a pileup in Pisces, and it's on the fixed star that stands for good fortune. Scat is the name of it. And so with the Earth getting between, throwing its shadow on the sun, this is where you start to see where all of the actions that have blocked your way. The sun is often our ego. It's our consciousness, but it's our ego, and it's our physical representation in the world. So the Earth is what slows, what anchors us, what slows us down, what makes us go step by step. So this eclipse is very much about understanding that it's not just you, it's everybody. There's a weaving together of what's been going on, and we're all coming to a point where we benefit in our growth together. I want you to understand that every delay has served you, that every reroute, every missed opportunity, so you can let go of the suffering around what didn't happen and start seeing the truth, putting it on that firm foundation that you are perfectly positioned for so much more than what you thought was possible. You would have settled for, a handful of mixed nuts in the bar, and the universe wants you to have a banquet. Okay, so get ready. There's a feast coming, and you're part of it. You've got a part to play in bringing it to being and in enjoying it. That's the message for this eclipse. All right. Have a great week. I'm Lisa Greenfield with Truth in Hand, and I look forward to talking to you next time.